So here's number two. So I kept spraying it down and then working it back and forth nice and slowly to get the shock out. So what I did was I took the sleeve here and I grabbed an old-fashioned monkey wrench. We're monkeys, right? We don't like being called grease monkeys. We're technicians now. I don't give a shit what you call me, I really don't. So grab it here. You don't want to really collapse it too much. And I'm just showing you the end results. I had to go back and forth multiple times to get that top nut off. You don't have to do this, but it's easier. You can try to grab, there's a little nut on the top of that. Use a special wrench and you can grab the stud. But I just grabbed this, this works out easier. So you're gonna take almost there. Now above it, there is a bolt, there is an access hole here. You could probably get it from the top. Except that hole is not lining up. Either the body shifted, the fender shifted, the frame shifted, all of the above shifted. So that's done. You get your nut. There's a bushing and there's a washer on the top of it. You got a heavy washer that's going to compress this rubber bushing. You got to put that back. Whenever you do something, just take each part, put it on your lift or wherever in parts as you disassemble. Keep the shock down, and then you got to stop shock. And look how big she gets. Pretty impressive, women. So take some brake clean this up a little bit. It'll look nice and new. It'll probably still have, this is probably Monroe. It's probably Monroe. I used to install these kind of shocks. Pretty heavy duty shock. Look at that. God, that's a throw. And she's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and big. That's a long throw, man. Look at that. That sucker can reach. You can get a lot of mud in that baby. You can get it pretty far down. So now just set this aside, clean it up, and reinstall it. So now you have access to here, and we're going to weld in some plates. This actually is solid. This is supposed to have a hole here. But we're going to put a bracket, an angle bracket here, and it won't interfere with that shock. You got to make sure we can't interfere with the shock. Actually, we're going to put some plates. Back to where it was supposed to be at one time in its life. This has got to come down a little bit. Probably push the fender down. Let's see if I can get that down. get that down. To be like that. Let me see the other side. So this piece right here is supposed to be straight. That's straight right there. Okay. That's straight. Alright, so you're gonna stitch here. Now this is rubber here, so you gotta stitch and then you gotta let it cool. You're gonna have a lot of stitching, but you're gonna have to let it cool. Shock here. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and figure out what I gotta do here. So now this is straight, you can stitch this and that'll be fine. There's a metal heavy plate here. Just a little welding here, that'll be done. That'll prevent that from moving. You're gonna have to put I'm gonna weld a piece of steel here. I gotta do something about the top of the shock. If you really look at this here. So right up top here, right in this area, I'm gonna weld a bracket in, like a piece of steel here. Right here. One piece of steel there, that's done. And then we have the shock. You're gonna have to angle it. You're gonna have to put a piece of steel here somehow. You want to get this shock tower strong. On the top is okay. On the top of the shock, it's okay. But here, you're gonna have to maybe put an angle piece here, drill a hole through the angle, weld it. You're gonna have to put an angle here. That'll strengthen this area up. This you don't have to worry about. This is the way it came up, and then it rotted a little here, rotted here, rotted there. But you're gonna put a plate, an L bracket here, another plate here, that's done. Your shock will be strong then. Then you clean up the rest, maybe stitch a little here, clean some more off. Start wire wheeling all off. This metal's very thin stock, so I guess it doesn't need much to put it back together. Maybe this side, put another. It's gonna be interesting. You can make an L bracket here. You can bolt it if you want. You can bolt, drill and bolt, and then drill a hole straight up. We're gonna maybe do that. Maybe that's better. Yeah, not bolt it. Well, maybe bolt it too. No, not bolt it. It'll look factory. So I'm going to take a piece of metal, go all the way up, around, and then down. And that'll give the strength as it's pounding up. And then maybe put a small plate in the back. We're going to box this off. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make a plate that goes around and down. It doesn't have to be too heavy of metal, but we'll make it decent. Then we're going to drill a hole so the shock goes through. It'll sit slightly a little lower. You're not really going to notice it. And then we're going to work on the other side. So that'll fix the whole shock, and then you're going to fix the coil. The coil will put a very small stitch here. I want to run a plate on the top and around. And that'll be that. That's it. This thing's rotted away. It's a guide for the coil. That's all that is. Get a little out of it. when you're all done here though, so it kind of looks worse than it really is. So already it's looking better, and all I did was remove everything to access everything. So all you got to do is weld some plates. You got to fabricate some plates and weld some plates. Find about the same steel, and you're going to make some steel, and you're going to be sitting there welding for a while. So this is going to be like a day or two project here. Just brake lines. The frame is all scaly, so while I'm here, I might as well clean up this whole part of the frame, prime all this, and then paint it. Someone put undercoating on here. I can see that. So we're going to paint the frame, prime it, paint it. We're going to extend it. And this area will be nice. It'll be done. It'll be fine. Don't give up on rust. Don't give up on rust. Just kind of fight with it. That's the only thing about Jeeps. If you're good with rust, you're gonna deal with a lot of rust. I cleaned my floors this morning. I gotta clean them again. And if anybody wants to see, I'm getting money back finally. But see, these batteries, I can't get them to work. I have tried everything. They say, oh, just use it to this is a nice size battery. Look at that battery. It's huge. Read into it. So the regular battery is usually a 20 volt. Look at this. So I'm charging one of the original ones. I'm not going to name names because then I won't copyright it out. But look at the difference. 20 volts. This thing is 60 volts. 12 amps. This one's 5 amps at 20 volts. This one works. You put it in a charger, it works, it's done. It's a very big battery. It's a nice battery. It shows you the power supply in the back. You press it, shows you your lights, you're good to go. But I'm still charging it. And this one, you put it in a charger, it won't charge. So they tell you a trick. They say, well, if it decharged all the way, you have to, it's in ghost mode. So if it's in ghost mode, you got to like hold this down and keep going in and out on your charger. And trickle charger, trickle charger, trickle charger, trickle charger, until it starts charging, and then it'll come back to life. Well, it's not. I must have did it 100 different times and walked away and did it again, walked away, did it again, walked away. No. So I'm gonna have to try to figure out, since I got my money back, obviously, they say I bought two for like 80 bucks. Damn, I got rust on my eye. Damn it. I have to wear that out. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to trickle charge this. Now there's got to be one of these leads in here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leads in here. I got to find out what's positive, what's negative. Freaking project. Shouldn't have to work on a battery that's brand new. But I did get my money back, and they never asked for it. They didn't even ask for this thing back. Why would you not ask for something back? Obviously, you know it's a piece of junk. Looks pretty, don't it look pretty? Looks nice. And I tell you one thing, this would work really good if it took a charge. But it won't. I even said, if anybody knows anything how to charge this battery, tell me. If I have to buy another charger, that's fine. But can you tell me it'll definitely work? Because I don't want to spend any more money that is not working. I've tried every different DeWalt charger too. I got 4 different ones, 4 different models. Each one won't charge this. It won't start. It just goes red, then boom, dies. Red, dies. So anybody have any information on that, please give me some information. Tell me what to do on that one. I got to get to work. Bye.